Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Having a few technical difficulties I was trying to fix up at the very end. But I think I got it all sorted. One thing is my mixer is freaking out yesterday, so it's not working exactly properly. But for those of you tuning in later, like always, I'll give a link to where the video actually starts in the description, and I'll put it in the comments pinned. Be right back with the show. JMRCs, we're getting some pretty bad storms here as well. So we may lose you at some point here. That was part of the problem, was doing a reboot on everything.
Shady silhouetted images and industry teasers are finding their way into our homes and invading our minds. Their calculated information is delivered to feed our addiction for radio-controlled frequencies.
How dare you!
It's an RC conspiracy. But we are on your side, cracking the RC code. Because the truth is out there. Welcome to the RC Conspiracies podcast. Get your decoder rings ready and put on those tinfoil hats, because your fearless leader is here. Please welcome your host, the lead RC conspiracist, Tony CC. Tony CC. Welcome to the RC Conspiracies podcast.
Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to another RC Conspiracies podcast. We're going to try and keep this thing rolling right along tonight. Not a whole lot of conspiracies happening so far that I've seen in the world, as far as at least RC goes. There's probably a lot of conspiracies out in the world right now, considering what's going on around us with all of this COVID-19 coronavirus stuff. So don't really want to get into that too much, other than to say that there's a few places that we are not getting some products from because of the virus. So we'll look at that for a minute. But yeah, let's do it. So you guys in the comments, I'm seeing a bunch of you. JMRCs, Top Gear RC, Riffraffs RC, RC Mask Master, Booster FPV, Metz is in here, Trash Can Ninja. I'm going to miss some of you guys. Eddie Sanabria. Tell me what you guys are doing right now. I want to read some of the things that people are doing. If you're stuck at home, or even if you're not, what are some of the things that you're doing during this quarantine period that has to do with RC? Is it more indoor stuff? Is it more outdoor related things? Because what I'm actually going to be doing is we're not going to go super long on this live stream tonight. There's so many live streams happening. It's really cool, actually. In a way, what I'm seeing happening with the RC community is that there's been a whole lot of information that we've had that we can kind of chew up, because so many people, companies are going live. We're seeing Losi, Horizon Hobby with Arma, and just really cool stuff. So, as well as all the ones, we've got the usual suspects in here. I actually see Green Frog RC's in here. RC Guy Garage, he's been doing a lot of live streams. Tank RC has been filling in Wednesday and Thursdays. I know True Boys, those guys are always throwing down live streams. And so I end up in a bunch of them. A lot of times after this one, I'll end up going into the one with True Boys at like midnight or something crazy after I get the stuff uploading for the podcast. But I'm getting a little static. You guys will notice that something went wrong with my whole mixer system the other day. We've had some electrical work being done. And I don't know if something got hit, but I have one device that's not working that usually gives this mic some boost. So I'm really having to push it. And so hopefully they're supposed to be mailing me a new one of those. But mail and everything, as you guys know, is a little bit delayed, I guess. Like even so, I tried to order some stuff from B&H Photo Video, who we order all of our video stuff from usually. But they're not even shipping till April 20th right now. Probably because of the whole Easter Passover thing, you know, but I don't know. Not for them necessarily. It's a Jewish company, but whatever. I think that there's some stuff that's happening, and but it's weird that they're not shipping till the 20th. Anyway, they wouldn't really be supporting doing the Easter thing, but so. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm working on, and I know that you guys are. So what I want to do is I want to wrap this up kind of a little bit early and maybe do a live stream more of the build that I've been doing with the SMT10. And so, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Kind of show you guys a couple of sneak peeks what we're doing, keep you updated on what we've got going. I just wanted to touch base since we didn't do a live stream podcast last week, let you know why. A lot of it just has to do with because of the quarantine and companies are doing things different. I'm doing things different. Family, I mean, we're doing stuff even as a family since they're home and they don't have to necessarily get up as early for school. Our days are changing. They're staying up later, which makes it harder for me to switch gears into this mode. And so if you've noticed, a lot of my other stuff has been posting really late. Even the Kevin Talbot video that I'd worked on, I kind of at lunch set that up. Shot it right after I got off of work. Had to edit it all, get it all up there. It was up at super late at night. Still jumped on Steve O'D's for a little bit. But been busy doing lots of different projects, trying to keep them rolling because I have a lot of them on the hopper. This one, if you guys are following Facebook, is the latest one that just got finished up. Turned out super cool. It's the Axial Can-Am. It's the Yeti Jr., so it's a little guy, and had Dark Side Designs paint this really ripping Gravedigger body. I did the RIT dye on all the red plastic parts that were the links and the arms and all that. Painted the shocks green to go with the killer body on this paint job. I mean, he just knocked this out of the park. I'm trying to get the glare off of it here for the people watching the podcast. So this thing you're going to see, I'm going to try and get him to do a couple more. We want to do a, one of my sons wants the Max D Fire one, which is like a yellow with red. And the other one wants Soldier of Fortune, which has a lot of camo. I don't know what he'll do with that. But these are still stock. We're kind of running them like a spec thing. So they're little 380 motors in it. I can't remember the turn on this thing. You can take a quick peek at it. They're not super fast, 37 turn. And all-in-one ESC receiver combo unit here that cannot handle LiPo. I don't think it has a LiPo shutoff is why. It can probably handle it, but you could burn stuff up is my guess. Don't quote me on that. Because I did actually run a 2S LiPo in this thing. But there is no switcher for going to LiPo mode. But it looks awesome. I need to still get in here, and they have like green on the rims here. So I'm going to do that up, and it'll look even more kind of scale. So lots of cool stuff monster truck-wise. I don't know if you guys, the last time I was in the store, I saw these, and I haven't been in one since. But these are new creature guys that they have, like that go along with Max D. So this is Maximus. They've created these like figures, which is really cool for the kiddos. The Grim one that goes along with the Gravedigger is super cool. I wish that they wouldn't do the white wheels. I wish it had just made it look like a normal truck. Even if it was the purple one, just do the rest of it scale. That's what kind of bums me out about this. Not a fan of the white wheels at all. Don't know why they do that stuff. All right, Big B RC. Well, I know why they do it, so they can sell more. There's only so many trucks, but they want to sell a bunch of the same truck to kids that have to have every single one. So this is a plastic chassis. It's not super fast. But if you put a brushless in, I know people do, like Axiomatic, they fly. The problem is they roll really easily. They already roll in the corners if you're on throttle. So I kind of like the speed of them. I'm going to tell you, like everybody wants to go stupid fast. Everybody wants to jump super high. Somebody just commented on one of my Instagram posts that said something about how dumb monster trucks were. Why do people like these? They can't jump very high. They're not fast, whatever. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. Don't need to go fast as long as they're within the competitive bounds of whatever the rules are for it and they are competitive. I think it's fun. So we're keeping all of our stock so they're all competitive with each other, and that is what makes it fun. Not the speed, any of that, but that we're kind of neck and neck with each other trying to, one up each other, and that's when it gets fun. So I would love to actually see a class for these. Like a spec class, keep them on the brush motors, 37 turn, stock pinions, and all that kind of stuff. Just to make it a fun run. It comes down to ability. Just put on cool bodies, but run them stock. I love it. James Price, I just want to go fast, Ricky Bobby. Top Gear RC, it's a 37 turn, so it's not fast. Darwin Bonky put a lipo low voltage buzzer on. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're quick. They're fun for the size of them. It's more than scale for me, and I like it. So, Bars and Tones RC, I would like to get some nice paint jobs, but my bodies never last long. I feel you, man. This one so one of the things that I did do with this thing before I put it on, well, not before I put it on, but it actually rubbed a little bit. You can see right there. That's where the battery tray is. There's a little switch to open it up, and it rubbed the paint already. So I went back in and took it apart, and I went and put shoe goo all within the inside of it to kind of put a barrier there that'll hopefully keep it from scratching from the inside out. But I love how it turned out. I'm super stoked about it. But yeah, I painted the top here, just spray paint, fluorescent spray paint, as well as the shocks. We'll see how they hold up. They're easy enough to take off. I can repaint them as needed. But that's just one of the fun things that we have going on. Do have the SMT10 build that we're doing. And I have to get to my rock bouncer. I have all the parts now for it, so I just want to finish it. And I got a nice ESC and receiver ESC and motor for it because I did get the nicer Reefs 555 servo for it, and so I need a BEC. So I had to get an ESC that was going to handle that for me, so I didn't have to cut one in. I hate doing that. I kind of refuse to do it, actually, more than I hate it. So, alrighty. So, what are you guys doing for having fun right now in the quarantine, or what are you doing with the RCs? Our shops are doing some cool stuff. I'm gonna hand it to Sean's RC Adventures is in here, saying to hit the bell, guys. Thanks, Sean. RC Master says B&H has an awesome channel. They do lots of great stuff. You can learn a lot there. If you look at my my Facebook, all of the stuff on there is going to be for like video switchers and things like that. I'm trying to get some video switchers in here, so I'm not having to do it all through Stream Deck. I can actually have bigger, nicer cameras and stuff set up to do multiple angles and not have to change any of this feed to different. It's just the one feed coming in can change it all up. So we'll have some cool stuff coming for you guys as soon as that gets in. Be able to do some different things. Maybe even have a camera over there pointing at the shelf or whatever, have something on the bench that we can look at. Yeah, so stuff's coming. Some new stuff. Always trying to take it to the next level. CCxRC. So we'll go to the chat here for a second. Says that he's been rebuilding a few of his RCs. Blue Dooley 4x4 is building a trailer for his 1/6 scale CXT. That's a big trailer, man. Wrenching the right RC, playing with all the 5 that I have. The only problem is 3 are now broke and no parts available to replace. Oh, that ain't no good, man. Sean's right now, he's building a Tamiya Tundra. That just kind of blew past me. Where'd it go? All right. JMRC's all clear. The weather. Man, it hit here hard for like 30 minutes. Craziness. He says he's drag racing. I still need to get my drag out. Still need to show you guys my drag racing car. I need to do a video on that. But to do that, I need to clear my bench of the build that I've got going so I can put it up there and do the video. Top Gear RC, plastic chassis or metal. For what? For this or just in general? I think it depends on the car. It all depends on the car. Riff Raffs RC, just staying inside, working on and playing with my micro crawlers and watching RC vids on YouTube. I hear you, man. Mets RC been going through the Rampage MT with a fine-tooth comb. Why is that? What's going on with the Rampage? RC Voodoo building that for Brad, Sean. I saw that he said to me. I was wondering what that was. Luke Cray says he's watching from on-site at the moment because he is essential. You essentially need to send me that rear steer kit, my friend. Jeremy Smith says, I need to put my plane together. Yeah, you do, man. And we need to get out and fly some. I never get my planes out. CCxRC, if you could only have one RC, which one? Oh, is that ever the question? Right now, my Primal RC monster truck, of course. That thing is killer. I've just kind of so fallen in love with that thing. RC Master asks, who painted that RC, Tony? You got to look up Dark Side Design. He's out of Michigan. And he does awesome stuff. You'll see a lot of his... The monster truck guys, I know for sure do a lot of his, but he does a lot of race bodies too. He's so good at airbrushing. I think this was $110, so almost as much as the car. Plus the body was $20, and then mailing it to him. And don't quote me on the price. I could be wrong. I don't actually remember. I'm going to be getting some more hats in. I know some people, Travis Paul was kind of hitting me up on that. Going to be getting more of the camo CCxRC hats in that'll be selling for people that want them, as well as the black and white. I don't actually have any around here to show you, but if you do get them, I did finally get some of these really nice small stickers as well that are cut out from Vinyl Disorder. So these are nice and small for putting on a rig. Finally needed to get some small ones that people don't have to cut out themselves. Yeah. All right, so what else we got? Putting new driveline in the UDR. Ooh, that sounds like a pain in the rear, Big BRC. I'm just going to keep picking this up every once in a while and showing it again for anybody new that's coming in because I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I think more than even my monster truck ones of the Gravedigger, I'm just loving how this one looks. The colors are just so vibrant. Voodoo truck and those trees jump out from nowhere. Oh, that's the truth. I've only really been we've been hanging out at home. We're trying not to go out. We're trying to be good. And when we do the curbside. And we sanitize like crazy. Red RC having problems with the ESC on the new Axial SMT10 after about 5 minutes of running power cut to 40%. I would reach out to Horizon Hobby about that. That shouldn't be happening. Sounds like it's hitting low voltage cutoff, but I don't know why. You'd have to check with what the C rating is on your pack. How new is the LiPo battery? That kind of stuff. If you're running LiPo, or if you're running NIM, you might want to switch it over to the NIM pack setting on the ESC. All right, QuickLinks, what is it, Tony? It is, well, we can actually look at what they are because this one is way cooler than what they are. And I'm getting a lot of compliments on this thing, and I almost wonder, since Horizon has rights with Feld for doing bodies and stuff, I wonder if they could actually make one of these, if it would fit within their contract or not. Riffraffs RC, have my groceries delivered and cleaned it all after it arrived. That's smart. So 2S 5,000 milliamp hour 50C, yeah, man, that should last. Just seems like it's getting a voltage spike somehow, or drop out. So I'm going to go to the Axial site here with you guys. We'll take a look at what this vehicle is. It's just more fun sometimes to do it this way. All right, there it is. And we will jump over. There it is. The Axial Yeti Jr. Can-Am Maverick 1/18 scale electric. So if we click into the product info, there it is, nice and big. So that's what it comes looking like, which isn't bad. I had to paint these guys here green. He painted the body here in the top, and I think it's like $20 to get the body, which isn't bad for this. I mean, it's quite a bit smaller, so it should be cheaper, but it's still, it's not a bad price. You can see the red links here on the bottom. I'll have to see. I have that race footage with my boys. But yeah, I see there's a lot of red in here, so I had to basically dye all that, which was my first time doing that. RC Guy Garage, Home Depot was loaded today. Parking lot and Wendy's is essential. Yeah, I know, and so is Dairy Queen, believe it or not. Yeah, so our Home Depot was loaded too. So I did the online pickup because I needed to get some wood because we're doing a house project with shiplap and making shiplap wall in the laundry room. And it was packed. I couldn't believe how many people were there. I just had to get it done because we were getting an electrician to come in, and it needed to be set in so that he could do the spacers right for the outlets and all that. But yeah, the right RC, reach out to Horizon. That's what I would do. So here you can see it's running EC3 plugs, Spectrum system, which works fine for this thing. It says here, warning, it's only compatible with NIM batteries. Don't use LiPo or fire causing injury or damage to property may occur. So you've been warned. But yeah, they're cool. AR18 solid axle in the rear. I really like it. I mean, we haven't had any issues with any of them. What's going on, Ready, Set, RC? Let's see if we can pull it up on Instagram. We had done it on here. We'd done a longer video. I don't know if it'll show on here or not. The TV version. So here's when it was painted. Here we go. So this was us racing them around the front yard. just playing chase. So this is about the speed. They're not super fast. Gotta lighten up. You gotta let off the throttle in the corner, man. You cannot go full throttle around that corner. You roll it every time. Ready, set, go. Ah, speak of the devil. So that's it. They're just kind of slow but fun little rides. So there's 1-1. Ready? But you can make them faster, but you can see they already are prone to roll in the corners. Oh! You have to let off. But you get a couple of them going, and they're a lot of fun. Oh. So I use Rit Dye Black for all the lower stuff, and then I just spray painted. I primed and spray painted the upper parts. It was a terrible high five. All right. But we spend an hour out here just doing this basically. A couple of batteries, and just back to back, set them up and go. But it's a little bit different, you know. You guys normally see me jumping big and going fast with the 3S, 6S, 4S, 8S stuff. These are little NIM packs. I have Venom 1600 milliamp hour batteries in these. Does pretty awesome. So that's a quick look at them. And I like it that way. I don't need it to go faster. If you guys didn't see the last Primal video too, I would recommend watching that. I really went after it. We took it to town. What are you guys saying? Are they too slow? I like them because they don't break. Every time I want to run them, they work, and I can just run them in the smallest area. We throw down the little, those ramps are actually what we use for doing the clodbusters. And, yeah, I mean, I would love to get some guys that actually can run them and just race them. You know, I'm intentionally rolling over when it's my son, trying to make him feel better when he rolls his over and that kind of stuff, trying to let him catch up, because we'll do like 10 laps is usually what we ended up going to. And when he's getting way down, I'll end up, you know, rolling or, losing control. But I'd love to do one where everybody's really, you know, can run an RC and see how we all do. I'll tell you, I'm looking at the pictures here. I have the, go back to it real quick. The Carnage here. I didn't actually even break the Sen HL 150. It looked crazy in that video. The wheel was ripping off and just dangling and flapping over, and the drive shaft went flying. But all that happened was the end of the axle kind of clamps on, and that way they can do different length axles between that and the short and the smaller ones. And it literally just pulled off there, and I just had to put it back on, put it back together, literally pushed it together and drove it around some more after I was done recording. And I was actually really impressed with how that thing handles. However, with that rear locker in there, it really pushes the corners, and I mean, it's insane when it starts flipping and whipping, and the power that it has is unreal. But this one, I couldn't believe the difference in handling with the changes I've made to it. Going to 4 shocks, the tires with foams in them, nicer tires. It just handled awesome on that little freestyle track. I didn't include a whole lot of video footage of that one for some reason. But it was ripping. Trash Can Ninja says, I might be interested in one if it was a kit. He's looking to wrench right now. Well, do what I did. Mine was a kit, and I had to take it all the way apart and take all the pieces off it to Rit dye them and get rid of the red. I mean, it was basically, you're removing so much of this thing to do that. It was really easy to work on, though. I did like that. Went together really easily, too. Is that, I see Master, is that what you say to make yourself feel better when your son beats you? Yeah, man. Shane Keenan, man, sorry, 3 in the morning in Ireland. Ugh. We're actually going to only keep this going for a little bit here because I do want to go and I do want to work on doing the shocks for the SMT10. And so I'm going to reset up and do live over there a little bit different where I'm actually building and working on filming another video. I think I'm going to combine that in the actual build videos instead of doing one for what I did yesterday. I'm going to do that and the shocks as one video. So, yeah, I told you I was going to keep pushing this in here. And it's not even for anything I did. It's everything that Darkside did that I like about it. Bars and Tone wants someone to suggest a good car kit, something for the street. Well, I don't know that many. Tamiya has a bunch of street kits. MST has drifters. Ready, Set, RC, have you tried them at the beach? If so, with sand paddles. We did racing at the beach. We did drag racing at the beach, and it was awesome. No paddle tires. They are sold out right now. I have 3 sets of them on order, though, because we have 3 of these. And I just ordered 2 blank body sets, and I'm just waiting till Darkside has time so I can send him what I want and see if he can do it. But, yeah, they're really, really cool. But he doesn't beat me very often, by the way, RC Master. I just let him be close. Riff Raffs RC is telling RC Guy Garage that he saw the Habeo run today, and it's super fast. That's true. Any weak spots on the Yeti Jr.? We haven't broken a single thing on him. Haven't found any weak spots. Unless you think that being slow is a weak spot. I don't, for the size of it. I think it's great. So, there's some interesting stuff maybe tomorrow we'll be talking about. We'll have to wait and see. Still waiting to see if Traxxas has something coming out. More and more people keep saying that they're hearing stuff too. We dropped that bomb and it did not detonate. It's still just sitting there as a big fake news. Big fake news moment. I would love to see them come out with some. Arma did a little tease. We had talked about that they were talking about. Jason was going to reveal something in that video series, part 2. I mean, it just sounds like they're going to do something else big using the platform that they already have, which to me just means they're going to maybe make a different chassis, but use all the other parts, kind of like they did with the Outcast to, say, the Creighton. I think it'll be something like that, just a shorter wheelbase kind of flipper, but I could be wrong. But I think a lot of people think that that's what it'll be. RC Basher Boy wants to make an exclusive update here in Tony's live stream that he bought a Basher. Is this your first Basher, RC Basher Boy? Because you have Basher in your name. What's significant about this Basher that you're not giving us any more details on? It's not very exclusive. That RC Basher Boy bought another Basher that's coming tomorrow. There's no exclusivity there, my friend. Comes in here dropping the exclusive.
How dare you?
I don't even know. Chuck Hall, man, I'm hearing you. I wish Arma would introduce the Granite to the 6S line. The Granite is a really sweet truck. It's a really sweet truck. I don't know what they could do with it. Going from 3S to 6S could be a possibility, but then you're kind of, I don't know what it would be like, because it literally is sharing the same chassis as the Outcast already in the like 4S version of the Outcast. It's like it's almost could be a 4S if you just kind of put some of the granite stuff onto the Outcast. I don't know. I think it shares the same chassis, basically. So if you wanted a 4S Granite, just kind of swap in some of the Granite parts. Wheels and body. But keep the upgraded 4S components. So it would kind of, I think, basically what I'm saying is it would be a lot like an Outcast. With no fin. Which I'm not opposed to having no wing. You guys know me and wings. It's hard to rock your car out of a turtle position when it's got a wing on it. RC Basher Boy says the dilemma about owning this Basher is that it took me months to decide which one to buy. That just sounds like indecision. Ready, Set, RC. Where is that Sen truck? Which Sen truck? I have 5 of them. I have the HL150, the B50, the Jimny, the Fiat, and the American Force Reaper. But I think something went wrong with my ESC on the American Force Reaper because I can't get all of the functions now in the with the program card. Ready, Set, RC. Oh, the dually. Man, I think that everything is kind of on pause. Not on pause. I think everything's delayed because of the coronavirus and because of manufacturing in China. Although the Sen stuff isn't manufactured, I don't think, in China. I think it's in Taiwan? Thailand? Which one are they made in? I should know this. The RC Garage, yeah, the F450, the dually. Okay, you guys all know. I've heard it's coming. I've heard that we're supposed to hear an announcement about it, like a formal announcement. But I think that everything's been delayed based on the probably the production of it. Trash Can Andrew. I think Arma will have a 1/5 scale Typhon buggy or 4-wheel drive Raider. Huh. Interesting. That would be an interesting choice. Zane Samuelson says, what do you think about the SCX-10-2 Honcho? Honcho is a great line. I think the SCX-10-2, I mean, there's so many different parts you can get for them. I love the Honcho look. At least the cage and all that for the back. I don't love the front end of it, but there's a lot of people that you can get a Pro Line front end for that thing. Change it up. So, RC Basher Boy, did you get a Primal RC? What are you holding out on us? Is it an Arma? You guys know that I have a Typhon sitting in my garage. I've been waiting for a good day to get out and run it. I just charged up some 6S power to run through it for the first time. I'm not going to unbox that thing. Again, I can't because my bench is full. So I'm just going to get it out and run it. I got it to support my local hobby shop before they closed. I wasn't sure what they'd be doing. Luckily, they are doing. They found a way to do payment because they weren't set up to. It was all like Hobbytown. You'd order it online and then you'd pick up in store, but you don't actually pay for it until you get in the store and you pay like normal. And so they didn't have a way to process the stuff online for payment, and they finally figured out a way to do it where once the order comes in, they pull it off the shelves and they send a digital invoice, and then you pay that with PayPal or credit card, whatever. So that works great. So they are able to do that, and they're going to be offering shipping and stuff, which is awesome, so they can keep open. But I wasn't sure what they were doing, so I wanted to support them before, who knows when they'd be getting other money coming in. So I bought several things. The Typhon was one. The other thing you haven't seen is the Kyosho Mini Z 4Runner and the SCX-10 kit and the Sidewinder 4 system to go into the SMT-10. Is that what I bought? No, I bought a slate system to go into the Rock Bouncer. That's what I did. And I bought the Reef Servo. So yeah, it was some money. But again, wanted to help them out before they weren't sure what other stuff they were going to be selling for a little while. Just glad that it's working out for them. Roadside RC, if you can buy one to me, which one did you get? Super Clodbuster all day long. Every time. Can't have too many of them. Just make it into a different retro. There's a lot of retro trucks you can make. Bigfoot. Awesome Kong. Super Gold. NWO. USA 1. Carolina Crusher. Michigan Ice Monster. Taurus. Keep on going. Buffalo Tremor. So yeah, just keep buying Clodbusters. Is anybody here going to be doing the new Kevin Talbot challenge? RC Basher Boy, are you going to be entering your new Basher in that challenge that he just did? He just put up another one to all of YouTube to bring it. Oh no, RC Basher Boy said too much already. Haven't said enough. The Mountain Rider? Tamiya Mountain Rider. I don't even know what that is. Sounds like it should have somebody driving it with a black shirt with a unicorn and glitter on it. Flowing long blonde hair. And a mullet. It's alright. It's alright. Only $1,000. Jerry Smith said he needs to get the special body mounted on his low C. Yeah, man. What's up, Peter RC Basher? I'm actually getting ready to hang up on this call, guys. It's not really a call. It's a live stream. We're going to, I'm going to move things around and then open up a different live stream that's going to be the SMT-10 build. Just kind of hang out and chat while I build it. Some people just want to watch that process. I'm not going to leave those up super long. I am actually, you guys get to see the behind the scenes of how I make my videos, which can be frustrating at times, like last night with that silly servo saver. It took forever to get that thing to clamp together. So, Riff Raffs RC, enjoyed your Mad Van, Tony. Yeah, the Mad Van is coming out this week, guys. Gonna be running that again. I love that thing. Speaking of mullets. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, and I gotta change some stuff around, move back over there, get the phone set up, and we'll get a new stream going. But thank you guys for tuning in for this. Just a quick update. I think next week we'll have some stuff to talk about. Maybe we'll do it sometime this week. Maybe we'll do a reboot of the stream to talk about some stuff that's going to be happening. It's just tough because everybody's got a live stream every night now, so it's hard to not stomp on other people when you want to go live. So I've got to think about how to do some of that stuff, and I guess at some point I just got to go live when I go live. But yeah, everybody's going live all the time now, so it's hard to not go live when somebody else is live. Swappers RC, it's a scale pickup truck. I was just looking at it. I had pulled it up, so the people that want to see it real quick, there is the Mountain Rider. It's about $1,000 for a Tamiya. You get all your value out of that, I'm sure. Don't even know how to say the name. We're spending $1,000 on what it is. It's probably brushed for $1,000. The axles look pretty good on it, though. Lots of metal. Looks like a tank. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in for another RC Conspiracies light version tonight. And we will be back with some more kind of updates. I hope that we're going to be starting to hear some. Sounds like some stuff is firing up again. And the factories are starting to get some stuff back out. And hopefully, I mean, batteries are getting harder to find. I know that's for sure. LiPo batteries are getting tricky to find in all the variations that you want. Parts, the SMT10 is out. I want to get another just RTR. I got rid of both of mine because they were sold out. And I sold my first one still in the box. And then I sold another one to somebody that was looking to get one, but, you know, was wondering if I would sell one of mine. So I did, but I want to get it. I do want to have another one of them that is kind of basically stock like that was. And we'll go from there. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you in a few minutes, and have fun RCing, and be sure to stay safe, and make sure that you wash those hands after you touch your transmitters. All right, see ya.